Life, who can we trust here? It's nuts here. Don't really feel here, just stuck here. Don't really feel him or trust her. All of these feelings we cluster. These are all of the reasons we muster. We're human beings, it must hurt. They all say that they're realists, you must heard. But if you see what their feed is, they're busters. Battle of the Soul podcast, where battles inspire others.
Yo, my people. Yeah, Battle of the Soul podcast. And today, we've got something different. Today's an interview. Well, not even an interview. This is more like a convo with my little bro. So, introduce yourself.
Yo, my people, it's your boy A and Battle of the Soul. Big bro, colours. Yeah, man, exclusive. Damn.
So we know that there's a lot of people been reaching out for interviews and want to know the man behind the voice. But yeah, guess who got it first? It's only right. You get what I'm saying? So let's start off with like just a background check, like just let the people know like where you grew up and how you grew up, and we just rap.
Yeah, man. So, obviously my background, I'm Moroccan and Egyptian. And I grew up in West London, Fulham, Hammersmith, Fulham, around them areas there. And yeah, man, growing up, man, just like anybody else really, innit? Come from the hood, same shit.
But when you say like for anyone else, like specifically for you, like for someone from like an Arab background in that area, was you surrounded with a lot of people from the same background? Like what was it like?
Nah, so really for man, it was kind of comfortable in a sense, because my brother, he went through all the hard work.
Yeah.
So man grew up in an area where it's just a lot of white people,
Yeah.
couple of black people, couple of, do you know what I mean,
Yeah.
here and there. But I'd say my brother really, he took all the beatings and he went through the hardship, and he made it easier for man in a sense. But really, still, even then, man still got caught up.
Yeah.
Everyone got, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that sense, really, man had it easier, if that makes sense. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because he went and dealt with all the hardship. He took all the, to make it easier for
Outside
man.
the home, yeah.
Outside the home, yeah.
And what was life inside the home like? Like what was the like the family setup? What was it like in your home, and what morals and principles was you raised up on?
Muslim principle still. So my parents were good parents, man. They like I said, man, I came from a good home in the sense of what I know.
Yeah.
And what I say by good home is they did the best they could.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
But really, we didn't have much. We didn't, but we had enough. Do you know what I'm trying to say? We survived and that kind of thing. Where really everyone that I grew up around didn't really have it like that. And do you know what I'm trying to say?
Well, I think that's an important message, like for the people to understand that money, like growing up without everything, there's a blessing in it. Do you know what I mean? Like 100%. A lot of the times now, it's like fame and money is what runs things. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you're coming from a place where you know that more than money, you know the importance, you know the
100%.
value.
But I've only just realised it now though.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Obviously when you're growing up, you ain't got nothing. You want this, you want that, boom, boom, boom. You don't see it. But now that I look back on it, it's like, man, really had it good in a sense of like the love was there. Do you know what I'm trying to say? But at the same time as, whereas my parents, obviously they're fresh. You know what I'm trying to say? They're from abroad, and so in a sense is they don't get how easy it is for like us to get caught up and do what we do in a sense. But at home, I feel like it's almost like everyone's trying to compare with each other.
Yeah.
Like if you take the socials for example, the reason why a lot of people ain't happy or no one's really happy within themselves because they're always comparing themselves to what they see.
Yeah.
For example, do you know what I'm trying to say? They look at this brother, oh yeah, he's got all the jewels, he's got the guns, he's got this and that. So in a sense, where we're always seeing that forefront, there isn't really no, how can I say it? People don't understand the true meaning.
There's no gratitude, but how we're taught to have gratitude is that, like, we always look at those with less than us.
Mm.
Do you know what I'm saying? And then when it comes to like righteousness or whatever, it's good to look at those with more than us, that are doing better than us, that we will aspire to be like those people. So yeah,
I feel like you just have to understand everyone's in their own lane.
Yeah.
You're in your own lane. It's not a race. You know, it's a marathon. Well, that kind of thing, because you can't watch other men. You can't pocket watch other men. The moment you're watching other men and doing all these things, you're never gonna better yourself.
Yeah.
Because you're always comparing yourself. You're always like, I want to do what my man's doing. No, just focus on yourself. Stay in your own lane, and I guarantee you'll soon realize that all that extra stuff, it don't even matter. As long as man's taking care of what I need to take care of, and stop watching other man, you'll just be fine, bro. And I'm trying to, gradually as I go, I'm trying to take in these myself. I'm trying to say I'm not. So it's still a learning curve for me.
And you said on that, you said like you didn't realize that the blessing of like the money situation until later in life.
100%.
Is there anything specific that you've been through, like in your journey, whether it's in school times, that made, or whenever, that made you realize that money is not everything? Was there anything that triggered that? Like, what made you realize, like, what experience did you have that, if you had one, that made you realize, like, you know what, money is actually not everything, there's more to life than that?
I feel like going back home, like my family in Morocco, like, I've got a whole family living in one flat, but they're more happier than anyone.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's the little things, like, I don't know, like, even looking at some of my brethren, for example, like, a lot of them they didn't have parents.
Yeah.
A lot of them went through madnesses, and they got dough and everything, but certain things can't fill that void.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, and I realised it's like, raw, like, I'm looking at my surroundings, and it's like, alhamdulillah, man's parents there.
Yeah.
A lot of people, other people, they don't even have that. They got the money, they're doing their thing and all of that, but even like when I chat to my brethren, it's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like, all this is even good and I'm doing my thing, but really, man, just wanna go home and I wanna see my parents, and but I can't do that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, I feel like you won't realise until it's gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? But gradually, as like man's going into this thing and I'm going into the industry and I'm looking at everything, and it's like, it's not what it is. So it's I feel like I've seen that also, that transition through music as well. Ever since man's gone into the music scene, and I've been where these people have been, and I've seen what they're seeing, it's all fugazi, in a sense. Does that? And that's what's made me realise that all these extra things we're striving for and we all want it, but in the end, once you get it, it's just like, what's next?
Yeah.
What's in that?
But you see, from our beliefs, it's like, it's the same pattern. Like, these are things that we learn, that mankind will never be grateful.
100%.
Do you know what I'm saying? We want this, say, right, you know what, if I just pattern up this and get this and get that, then I'm out the game. And then when we've got that, it's like, we want more. So like you said,
it's just different calibers.
Yeah. So like you said, whenever happen, it's just different things. What, from one industry or one walk of life to another, it's the same. Like, people always want more. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I definitely.
Like I said, and what I mean by it's a different caliber is, for example, the next man will strive to get, I need 10 racks.
Yeah.
I want to get these 10 bags, and I make, for example, a rack a week. Once he reaches that 10 racks and he realizes, bro, Now I need another 20.
Yeah.
And then now he's making 2 racks a week.
Yeah.
So the higher you go, the more you realise, the more you can make, and it's
Yeah.
just a continuous cycle.
And the
Like,
more you
numbers
need,
don't end.
Yeah, and the more you need because of the lifestyle
Exactly.
that you're living and the maintaining of what you have, the outgoings and just and the lifestyle in general. But a lot of the time, people want to get money, and I feel like when they get the money, they don't know what to do with the money.
Mm.
So
Especially when you haven't had it.
Yeah, so but even so, if you have a big lump of money, if you don't know what you're gonna do with that money, then you're always gonna be stuck, and that money's not gonna last.
Mm.
You know, so a plan sometimes is more important than the actual the sum of money.
But
You know, and you mentioned the industry. What did you like? First and foremost, what inspired you to even get into music? Before we go into questions about the industry.
I got into music recently, like
Yeah.
real recent. Like, obviously growing up, everyone had bars. Man had bars. Do you know what I mean? Everyone could spit and.
Everyone never had bars still. Some
Not,
think they got bars.
yeah, but you know what I mean? Like everyone's your, man could spit. Oh,
Yeah, everyone likes music.
Yeah, I'm trying to say
A
that
lot
kind of
people
thing.
like music. Yeah.
But how old was that? I think I was about 18, 19.
Yeah.
I was just in one spot. I wasn't doing what I shouldn't be doing, but at the time I was just doing whatever.
Yeah.
And where I'm at, I'm looking at my surroundings and they're doing music.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't really my surroundings, but the people I was with at the time. And whereas man never knew man had melodies, man could portray them like that.
Yeah.
This thing come randomly, like I don't know. Just one day man, I was in the booth, just finishing up whatever I was doing.
Was you doing this like a normal rap song, and then you discovered the melodies after? How did you start doing melodies or the slapping movie?
Nah, the first tune I ever had was called "I Wish I Had It." It was a melody. Man, I wish I had it. That all the time, I was just ringing them throughout my day, and I was thinking, you know what, yeah. Whereas I'm looking at my surroundings and they're all on the computer, Logic, and doing that. I'm looking at them and the way they're recording, and I'm learning without me realizing that I've already. So it was one of them ones I was left alone.
Yeah.
I just went in there, recording myself. Didn't know what I was doing, forgot about it. The next day went home, went about my day, whatever. I got a call from a brethren. He was like, yo, this is hard, you know. What are you talking about? I thought I deleted everything.
Yeah.
So I said, hard. He's come to the studio, he's come finish it. Gone to the studio. Got a gas now. Second time I've done it again and again and again. But this is like not putting it out, I'm just working on myself. So I thought, you know what, like I was actually good at it. Bought my own little setup. Figured I'm going to other man's studio, man. Do you know what I mean? Bought my own little setup. And I just practiced and practiced and practiced, and yeah, that it stemmed from there really. It's like random, do you know what I mean? Like anyone else really, like same sort kind of thing. But yeah, no, it was I'd say it was a late bloomer. Yeah. Kind of thing for me.
And
yeah, that's how it started.
What's your aim? Like for the whole, like in the music, what's your aim? Like you do music, you said yourself, like you said you're good at it. Like what's your aim? Just like how we was talking about money, and I mentioned that sometimes people have a number of money or they ain't got no plan to like what they would do with it, so it just goes on and on. With regards to the music, what do you want out of this music game?
I need to clean up, man. That's the honest truth, man. I need to clean up, and what I've seen is what's I think kept me from doing it is a lot of people I've seen that have stopped music, but it's opened so many other doors for them in a sense for business wise, and that's why I see myself going really in the next couple of years. But
what business would be your ideal business? Like when you say clean up, what would make you just sit back and what would you be happy doing?
I think that's something I've still got to figure out, but I'm hoping it's not in a lane of music or anything to do with entertainment.
Advice from myself to you is that I think you should be thinking about it now.
100%.
You get what I'm saying? 100%. So you know that what Yeah, my brother. You saying that? Shit, man. Yeah, so I know many people have been hollering, trying to get an interview, but this ain't even an interview. This is like more of a conversation with my brother. And yeah, man, it's battle of the soul. You know what I'm saying? So there's people that's gonna know you, there's people that don't know you, and there's gonna be people that know you, but they don't know you. You get what I'm saying? So today, for the people that do know you and the people that don't, we're gonna make them know you today. We want to talk about your story and your upbringing. And as I said, this is a conversation, so it's just gonna flow. We're just gonna talk like how we talk anyway. You get what I'm saying? So for the viewers, this is not just, yeah, we linked up today to do an interview. Like, we've been, you know what I'm trying to say? So yeah, boom. So yeah, background, like how was the come up? You know what I'm saying? Household and how was it?
Well, I grew up in West London, Fulham. Come from a background, proper humble beginnings. So my mum was a cleaner, passed through like her maintenance guy in a hotel. So, growing up in a sense, now that I look back on it, it was alright. But at the time, it's like, it was a struggle. No, sorry. At the time it was alright, but now that I look back on it, it was a struggle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say it.
Yeah.
Growing up was half me, parents, my two older brothers. Yeah, man.
And for the people that don't know, what's your background?
My
Like ethnicity, yeah.
So my pop's is Egyptian,
Yeah.
and my mum's Moroccan.
Yeah.
That's what my background.
Yeah.
For the people that don't know as well, because a lot of people don't know.
Yeah. And just to get one little thing out of the way, like we're gonna go way deep, but this one thing, let them know that your hair is real. They're asking is your hair real. All of these things, let them know.
It's real. Yeah.
So yeah, Egyptian and Moroccan. So that's solid background.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I definitely know that there was like deep morals and principles like coming from home for sure.
Yeah, 100%. But see, my parents they were kind of easy in a sense. Easy in the sense of they never tried to force nothing on us.
Yeah.
I'm trying to say they wanted us to learn.
Yeah.
They were beating the prey hard. You know what I mean? So it was heavily influenced. You know, 100%.
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing where it was forced on me.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you get some parents that are just mad shit. My parents were cool. They understand my parents. Yeah, but for young, these things are really good.
So how was your childhood like outside? Like what things like did you like doing? Was you mischievous? Like what was you like as a child?
Boy, I come from Kansas State. I was saying like they were the young street. So yeah, we used to get mad. But as kids, you know, I'm trying to say like it's growing up, all that was around man was man doing it. Say there wasn't no one really
Like positive influence.
positive, yeah. Like man just sort of shot or doing their thing, everyone's playing money up, shot him. But I'm trying to say every day man just grew up around that. So really that was man's influence.
So you see like alright, boom now, yeah. So obviously in the household that wasn't the message, yeah. But outside that was the message, yeah. So boom, battle of the soul. But what age for you now, yeah, did you feel like that you was gravitating maybe to the outside world rather than what was going on at home?
No, it's 10, 11.
10, 11.
Where my pops was always working,
Yeah.
so he was never really at home. Not like that, but he was just, you know what I mean? There was no, like,
He's the breadwinner, isn't he?
you know what I'm trying to say? He's doing his thing,
Yeah.
bringing the bread back
Yeah.
and everything, so outside of where we learn. That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Really, you know what I'm saying? Mom just did what she could.
Yeah.
My older brother as well. He's like, I feel like he's sort of been that leader for me, bro. Like, that makes sense.
Big brother,
Big brother, yeah, but he was always about
Yeah.
him. You know what I'm trying to say? So really, he was, and obviously he was on the road doing his thing, but he always used to try and hide it from me. From young, I clocked. So I always knew because I see it elsewhere. You know what I'm saying? But he tried to do his part. Really, man, get caught up like everyone else get caught up. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones, really.
So, see that sort of came and boom, so from 10, 11 now, yeah? And what was your, so that's like primary school, going into secondary school, yeah? So what was like secondary school like for that?
I went to all boys school.
Yeah.
So
How was that for you?
for man, it was, because man went to all boys school, it was really about, man weren't on chasing girl.
Yeah.
And they weren't, you know, I mean, everyone was just really just any little way to make money, just battering, like, all boys school scrapped every day. You know what I'm trying to say? It's just like I never had that chase a girl kind of childhood. Because I was just getting up to some little fuckery or whatever it was. Like, you know what I'm trying to say? From young, and I never really had that kind of, you know, that boy girl kind of stuff. It was really just seeing other stuff. Just trying to make a little change here and there. Finish for the nice things. After school chicken shop. I'm trying to say every day just trying to get into the car. Like from young, like all the older lot, they knew I was a little hustler as well, like all the time from young. So that was my thing really.
So, in secondary school days, yeah. Okay, so boom now. You had the positive message at home, you had the world outside, and also now you're in secondary school, you're doing your thing, you're a little hustling or whatever. How was you academically in school as well?
Man, I'm not gonna lie, man, I was always in the lower grade because of stupidness man was on. But I was always secretly kind of smart. I'm trying to say, because man was just part of the cool kids. We were just part of the cool kids, getting that high or whatever. But I was smart, but I don't think, like, only in certain things. I was a creator, I'm a creative. Always good at, man's always been good at art, acting, dancing, like those kind of things. Man's always had like a secret kind of liking towards. So academically, man wasn't really there.
Kind of more like, I always say there's people that's book smart, and there's people that are, like you said, that are creative, and there's people that are like life smart. So obviously there's people that are book smart, that doesn't mean that they're life smart. You get what I'm trying to say? So they might have had high grades, but they're still not really on point. You get what I'm
There's a
saying?
lot of men that I see, like in school, that I see now they're really good, like, and they got good grades, so
I think a lot of people, they're like that because they don't even actually know what they want to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? So they go and they study because that's what they think they're supposed to do, or you know what I mean? But when you was in school, what did you actually want to be? Like, it was creative, so we know now, okay, go in the background, come up a bit, like you was creative. When you was in school, what did you want to be? Like when you was in school, did you know? Seriously? Yeah?
I wanted to do that.
You got any experience with acting?
Not really, I had a couple of things here and there, but nothing too really. Like,
And if you was an actor, yeah, what kind of role do you reckon would be your kind of?
I don't know. Man's just always been funny.
Yeah.
Always been that funny kid, like the one class clown, you know what I'm trying to say. Always putting on accents, that kind of thing. So anything to do, like I always knew from young that in a weird way I was gonna be somebody on camera. I don't know how, but from young it was just like, cause like growing up, like my brother used to have to proper man get everything from him. Like, the dancing, the acting, the man why not, you know what I'm trying to say. So it was installed in us from young from him. So that that. Like I said, even my whole family's artistic. Everyone can draw, my family, everyone can. I'm trying to say, so anything to do with that kind of area, man, I knew I was going to be good at that shit, you know what it was.
And cool, so you wanted to do acting, and be an actor, but what age now did you start realize, did that creativity broaden to music?
19.
19,
Yeah, so not too long ago, 1980 is probably about 3-4 years. Literally come out of nowhere.
Yeah?
Nowhere. Obviously from young, like, everyone had bars.
Yeah. But where was your first experience, yeah? Like doing music when you thought like, I'm on? Like where, like how did it all happen?
Funny story.
Remember where you was?
Yeah, I was at one little youth studio that everyone used to go to. Mostly like all the man was there, so that's like our little chill spot where we just do our thing, whatever I want to go. So man just always, I was always there, but man was observing. I was always interested in the studio, what was going on. So man's just observing, without me realising, I was learning how to control everything. But I didn't know, man's just watching it all. And one day no one was there. Literally just, you know, no one. He just slapped on the beat. I did something, but one first song I ever heard was Wish I Had It. I've done this tune now, I forgot about it. I've done this is a lot of level, forgot about my day. Got called the next day from my brethren, one of the engineers. She was hard, you know.
Yeah.
What's this? I was always talking about that. Really, play the tune and I thought, shit, like, it sounded cool with a melody kind of song. And then from there, like, I realised I had the tone for it, the sound. And it was easy, man, just freestyle, I didn't even try nothing. And then that just sparked my interest, and then I was just going back on my ones.
Yeah.
So I was just grinding, doing my
Did
thing.
you ever put it out or do anything?
No, just left it there. And I was just, while I'm grinding, doing my thing, just writing in my head, melodies, one with one, going to the studio by myself.
Yeah.
Before I knew it, man just had it.
Yeah.
Literally, and so I bought my whole little setup and just perfected my craft. Not perfected, but just practicing until sort of got to a level where they could hear my
So, like, see that you say you're creative. What's your method? Like, when you write, what's your method of writing? Like, how do you write?
Oh, man, just go in,
Yeah.
freestyle over the whole song, couple of takes, whatever. Pick out the strongest melodic bits that sound the best, structure it together, and then write it from there. And obviously, because man's a writer, a lot of people don't have that process. So when man's working in the studio, like, a lot of man is shocked to see, you know, how do you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, me, I'm thinking it's normal, I'm thinking like everyone else does it like that.
So when you record the melody, do you have like, you think of a topic, or like when you listen to a beat, does the beat like makes you think of a topic? Yeah.
I base it on melody because I look at it like this. If you catch a man with the melody first, he's gonna like whatever else comes along. And then if you put a message behind or a deeper kind of bar, it's gonna see it better and have better.
But saying that, in my opinion, there's a difference between melodies and singing things. Because in the musical world, there's so many people, well, my man's hard, but they listen to 3 minutes or whatever of someone, and it's like, what did the person actually say? Like, so I've always liked things with messages and stuff. You get what I'm trying to say? So even if it's a conversation, like, we're sitting down, having a conversation, substance. So when the viewer watches this, like, wow, like, they're watching this, what did that man actually talk about? Like, you know what I'm trying to say? It's not just the normal. It's the same, like, music. Sometimes it's melodies, and man are just chatting a load of rubbish. You get what I'm trying to say? So I think that it's always important that whether it's conversation, every part of our life, it should always have substance. You know what I'm trying to say? So yeah. That's important. So now that kind of brings us up to like now, innit, that you're doing your thing. Like, when you first started, yeah, did you feel like, how do you feel like the platforms or the people out there, was they showing love, or do you feel like was you getting a lot of cosigns, or do you feel that you had to like struggle and try and put the work in yourself?
Struggled for a bit. There was a couple of people from early. Shout out to Mixtape Madness, because they were the first guy in man. He was like the first guy with sort of influence, you know, that had some sort of power in a sense, that showed my love. So really, man was just, man had to battle my way, like battle it. You know, just putting songs up and SoundCloud. Even like when I started the music, it's obviously because I do this thing with my brother, man. Doing records, and that's me and him. We do this thing together. Even when I was starting, like everyone was from the hood, it was just like, it was hard, you know. They even telling my brother Rob's like, oh, whatever, man, we're talking about like, my little brother, we don't need to talk about it. So I say, still, he just kept hearing, man, over and over. He's like, he started scratching his head. He's like, what? Like, since when? You know what I'm trying to say? And then we sat down, he heard, man, and he's like, oh shit. You know what I mean? And then from there is when I really started, because before that I was just slapping things up my SoundCloud here and there, going. So from when me and him had an understanding of what we were going to do this thing properly, that's when things started to take off in the sense of strategy, like what man's going to do, when we're going. So then man, we put up something Snowflake. I think last year, early last year, and before Snowflake, and done a tune in Europe, Morocco, with Omar, with the artist Blanca. I think that was the first proper song I've done, and I did it with them, and we were like going like in the European scene. Before the UK, before everything, we was entering the European scene, traveling the world, literally, we were going everywhere, all over Europe, we went Asia, Thailand, Malaysia, and that's where like a lot of French artists were, we were just connected there. And then we thought, you know what, we need to do it back home. Conquer back home first before we start going international, boom. And obviously that tune done well, like a million views in a day. It's on like 10 million views now. Well, then after that, I've done a tune called Drug Dealer, artist called Simon Pala. For a good 6 months, that was like a street anthem. Good, you know what I'm trying to say? So that put man on the map in a sense of like, wow, we used to spread, where's it come from? That kind of, it didn't make man go bang, but it's like, people were aware, like, you heard me, but you didn't know who I was. That's what that song done. And then man got up Snowflake. And then, when I got up Snowflake, gradually, things just started rising high, started shouting, man. And, from Snowflake, I'm done a tune called Come to Me, featuring Afro being Gecko. That was like my first million views, like myself. And after that, I worked up with management, made a tune with that beat, with all my that blue. And then off the back of that, I got a tune called Seasick, and Mantra, that kind of thing as well. So slowly it was just, but I was realising it was coming to a thing where people knew my songs, but they didn't know mine. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's that guy from Old Man, that's that brother from Seasick. So yeah, like, so slowly it just started happening, you know what I'm trying to say. But what I realised is man needed to do the groundwork. I didn't have enough groundwork, and I was just jumping on their tunes. Obviously they were fucking with man, so they were feeling it, you know what I'm trying to say. But after that, what's there? There's no groundwork, you know what I'm trying to say. So that's what I thought.
So I want to touch on two things here, because obviously it's the battle of the soul, and so there's obviously going to be people watching, they will have their stance, or whatever on music, yeah, but I want them to know that you as a creative and the music game, the music scene, the entertainment business was a grind. So, so I want people to know, I want them to know that whatever they do in life, it's a grind. People might see the music scene or the entertainment business and think, wow, this is an easy road to just mash paper and whatever. It's a grind. So even if you're gonna have some other trade or you wanna be a businessman or do something else, it's a grind. It's the same. Don't think that the music business or the entertainment business is an easy road. So if you wanna do something else with your life, positive, just let them know that everything's a grind. Whether it's legal hustle, illegal hustle, the corporate world or whatever it is, uni or whatever it is, it's all a grind. People just, obviously they're gonna see music. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, no. When I think about it, you know, grind for all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, man's independent, so this is coming out of our own pocket.
Like, whatever it is, we're all going through things, but it's important that we stay sober, yeah, and try and tackle our problems and our issues with reality.
Life, who can we trust here? It's nuts here. Don't really feel here, just stuck here. Don't really feel him or trust her. All of these feelings we cluster. These are all of the reasons we muster. We're human beings, it must hurt.